Hello, 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 everyone. I trust you are doing well and that you had a really lovely day. I had a great day as well. So my day has been good. Here we are again. We are on our challenge, and I am having a wonderful time being here with you all. As you know, I'm doing this 30-day challenge, and I am so blessed to be able to do it. And we are continuing all the topics today. Everybody's been asking is about what you do to heal yourself after breast cancer, recovering from breast cancer, and domestic abuse. And this is specifically, you have different types of fitness. So we're going to be talking about fitness today. Why is it important to do fitness? And is fitness empowerment for breast cancer and domestic abuse recovery? So we all have to do recovery anyway, whether we are not sick or not, we have to do recovery. But even so much, have some form of fitness. Even so, even more so when you have been through an ordeal. Because when you're being through an ordeal, your body takes a lot. Your body goes through a lot, and it's important to look after it. And so, hello once again. I am here talking to you about um, empowering, empowering ourselves. So today we are focusing on empowering ourselves through tailored routines exercise, particularly for to benefit people who have gone through cancer and abuse. So when you do that, that really helps. And today I was speaking to someone who I'm planning to have on this program with me to talk in more detail about fitness and nutrition. And we were talking about it, and he was saying, "Oh, that's it's how interesting it is now that the NHS have got something for patients who have gone through cancer. It doesn't have to be just breast cancer, because I'm going to be speaking to you about it based on what I have been through and what I had to go through, and how I was put on this program after recovering from the chemotherapy and radiotherapy. I'm still having to have chemotherapy, but the real intense one, which was really really bad. It meant that I had to get my mobility back, build my strength back. And so I was Dawn, who was a teacher, to go to her so that I could learn how to do different movements and get my balance back and things like that. So there were lots of different people on the program. There were young, much older. They were male as well as women. So it was for everyone. It didn't matter what type of cancer you have. So I'm really grateful and thankful to them for having such a program that helped us to get us back on our feet and help us feeling more confident. So these exercises promote both a physical and emotional well-being to help us reclaim our power and strength. So we need to feel power. And the thing about it as well is, like I said, when you go through abuse, you want to take your power back because you have relinquished your power. You feel powerless. And in so doing, you are able to step back and take back your strength and take back your power. So the purpose for today's session. So today's session is to provide a practical view on exercise that support the healing and strengthen. Whether you are recovering from breast cancer treatment or building or rebuilding after domestic abuse. These routines are designed to assist in your journey to wellness, because we have to think about that. We have to think about our journey to wellness. Now, I'm not. I can do my exercise on my own, so I'm not a fitness instructor, but I'm going to talk you through the exercises that we had to do, and you can try them yourself. It doesn't matter whether you've been through an illness or not. It's a good practice for you to do, and hopefully Joel Stewart will be able to join me, and he will probably put on an exercise routine for you guys. Hopefully, we'll be able to do that, and I'm looking forward to it. So, here are the instructions that I got when I went on my journey to get my strength back and to take my power back. So, before we delve into the exercise, I want to say one of the things that was given to us teachers was like some important instructions to ensure that we make the most out of today's session. So I want you to listen. One of the things that we had to learn is listen to our body. So in listening to our body, everyone experience is unique. So as I said, there were different type of people there with different types recovering from different types of cancer, and all of our treatment, all of our experience is unique. So if the exercise was causing any discomfort, we had to listen to our body. If it was causing us any pain, we had to listen to our body, and we had to stop immediately. So one of the things is listening to our body. And many times we don't listen to our bodies. We don't. We think we listen. There's a difference between hearing and listening. And I think this is something we can practice with ourselves, because when we can practice listening to our body, it means that we will then be able to listen when someone is speaking to us, or when someone is telling us something that is wrong, or a story. We can listen and not think what we hear. You understand? So we can listen. So it's important to practice that with ourselves, because in doing so, we will become better at it. The second thing we had to do was when we were given the exercise, we had to modify it as needed. So if we were given, I don't know, if it was standing on a ball to balance, and you couldn't do that, you didn't think it was safe enough to do that, then you can walk on a line, in a straight line, just without falling, just to make sure you can balance. So there were modification that we can do, that we can take to make it much better. So we had to feel free to adjust the exercise to suit our fitness. So you want to feel free to adjust it to suit your fitness level. So reduce the intensity. If you find the intensity is too much, you want to reduce the intensity so that it supports. So it may be, let's say, if you were doing, I don't know, maybe some bending, so you come up and you bend your knees and stuff. So instead of going down, you would probably have a chair, and you sit on the chair. So you come up, and then you sit, you come up, and you sit, you come up, and you sit. So there are always adjustments that you can do to alleviate some of the problems that you might be feeling. So I want to say, just make sure the exercise is suitable for you. The other thing we want to think about when I was on the program to get my strength and power back in my mobility, it was to stay hydrated. So we were encouraged to have water with us and to sip water as we go along, so that we didn't come dehydrated. Because if you keep the water nearby, you're able to take it as and when you need it, and therefore you can be working throughout the exercise without thinking, oh my gosh, I am thirsty, I need a drink. And you probably have to run and get a drink and come back. But if you have it with you, like I have my water here, so that if I become thirsty, I can have a drink and not have to think, oh, I have to run and get some. So we can do that. The other thing as well we needed to know and before we started to exercise was to breathe deeply. Most times when we breathe, I often say the best way to my clients, especially when I'm doing a treatment or if we have in any form of one-to-one, was to breathe and to breathe from the abdomen. So when you breathe from the abdomen, just fill your lungs up and just feel that air keep coming up, and then you're feeling your tummy extending, and then you're beginning to feel like your whole area is being filled up with air, clean air, so that when you breathe out, you're breathing out the bad air. Okay, so you really want to breathe from your abdomen. So you're breathing deeply. So you want to breathe in through your nostril. When you breathe in through your nostril, and you breathe out through your mouth. I know this might sound like normal, but when you have been through an ordeal, it's like you have to learn again to do those things. So one of the things I always practice is breathing from my abdomen. So I breathe from my tummy. Is like a singer. When somebody is singing, they don't breathe from here because it can damage their larynx. So they want to breathe from their stomach. And that's when you get that beautiful musical tone, that tone that comes out. And you feel like, oh my gosh, I can feel that music. You feel it touching your soul. You know what I mean? So you really want to get into that. So focus on your breathing during your exercise to oxygenate your muscles and relax your mind. So there is a reason why you're doing it. You're doing that type of breathing so that you can oxygenate your muscle. You can bring oxygen to your muscles and you can relax your mind. It's the same way you will do that. Like if you're meditating, in meditation, you want to breathe deeply. So again, you would breathe in from your nostril, breathe in, take the air in through your nostril and breathe out to your mouth. I think one of the greatest things to look at is a baby. When we grow up, we just get all out of sync, you know. But when you look at a baby, how a baby breathes, that's how we should be breathing. Not in a panic, because then we get like a panic attack and everything like that. So I want to say, you know, those are some of the instructions that we got before. And then we had to warm up. So it wasn't a case of just jump into the exercise. There was a warming up that we had to do, which I will go through that with you as well. So today I'm talking about is it day 18? Isn't that wonderful? Day 18. Wow. Fitness empowerment for breast cancer and domestic abuse recovery. So it doesn't matter male or female, you will go through something in life and you would need to have that as a staying power for yourself. And so we had to warm up, as I said. So when we had to warm up, it was a gentle warm up. It wasn't anything too vigorous. So we had to do something gently to warm our body up. So what we did, we started with matching. So we were matching in place or we were swinging our arms. So we were going with our arms like this. And we had to place, we had to go back and forth. So we were going around and then we were turning around and coming around. So it was really fun when you see everybody get together and they're doing it together. So that was really wonderful. And also it was beneficial to rotate your ankles and wrists to loosen them up. So you rotate your ankles and your wrists because you want to loosen them up and feel free before you start your exercise. So that was some of the process we had to go through. For those of you who don't know, I was saying that when after you have been through your treatment, your cancer treatment, you were and you were fit enough, you felt fit enough, you were being enrolled into a CFIT program, and it is called Cancer Fit program, where you get I think it's 12 sessions. You get 12 sessions of free training with a fitness instructor. And if you want to carry on, you can carry on, but thereafter you have to pay. So you do get your free sessions, and thereafter you want to pay. There were people who were there for 3 years still carrying on with their treatment. So Dawn was a very good teacher. So yes, I don't carry on with it because I do things at home, because sometimes I may have to go to hospital or do something else, so it might clash. So one of the things that I found, so I just do my exercise at home, and I take walks, and I have like bands and all of these things that I do. So first of all, exercise and exercise one, we want to strengthen our mobility. So for strength and mobility, consider these exercises. So wall push-ups. You know what wall push-ups are? Your hands on the wall and you're pushing. Yeah. So you're doing your wall push-ups like if you were going down on the ground and you were going to do your push-ups on the ground. So you find an easier way to do it, because when you've gone through those form of treatments, which is intense, you might find it difficult to go down on the ground and do push-ups from on the ground. So we had the wall push-ups. So that's from the length of the wall. You place your arms, as I said, you place your arms flat at the shoulder height, and you slowly bend your elbows and your chest. So you slowly bend your elbows and your chest towards the wall. So you want to do that. Then the other thing that we did were chair squats. So you do chair squats, which is you stand in front of your chair. Make sure the chair is sturdy. So that might be somebody who has a little bit of mobility and they can't really go down on the ground. So you stand in front of the chair, make sure the chair is sturdy, and then you do your chair squats. So your feet hip apart, lower yourself as though sitting, and then stand up again. So you're probably going to do 5, 10, however much you think you are capable of doing, but you want to do. But so you can really feel that. So you want to do that for about 10, 15 minutes, because doing it for 2 minutes or so, you're not going to get anything out of that. But if you do it for 10 or 15 minutes, you might be starting to sweat, and you could feel that perspiration. Okay, so you want to make sure it is controlled. So don't do anything that is uncontrolled that will put you in any danger. You want to make sure it is controlled. The next exercise that we do, so exercise 2, was cardiovascular health. So you want to really get your cardiovascular going, and that is crucial. So your cardiovascular health is crucial. So you might want to try marching or jogging in place. And you want to lift your knees gently. So lift your knees gently and swing your arms. So cardiovascular, so you go and you're lifting your knees and you're swinging your arms gently. And the other one you might want to try is side steps. So you go inside from side to side. So you're doing your side steps and maintaining a steady rhythm. So you can have music playing, and you could do it to the rhythm of the music. So you can have rhythm music playing. If you don't have music playing, then I'm sure you could maybe pipe a tune or two and then you sing along, and then you can find yourself doing that. So when you engage in these exercises, so you want to engage in it, and you want to engage in that for maybe 1 to 2 minutes, or if you feel you can do more. So each is engage in them 1 to 2 minutes, and gradually increasing your pace as comfortable. So remember, we said we want to listen to our body. We want to modify the treatment, the exercise as needed, and you want to stay hydrated. But you also want to be breathing when you're doing the exercise as well. So I want to say, thank you for being here with me. I appreciate you. Yes, so that was the second one. And then we had our cooling down. So this is an exercise for people who have gone through some form of illness or abuse, and you need to get back into fitness and looking after yourself. So you cool down and stretching. So finally, you want to do your cool down. So your cool down is we had to do like neck rolls. So you did your neck rolls. Yeah. So you did your neck rolls. And you go back and forth. So you do your neck rolls, but gently rolling your head forward. Gently rolling your head from side to side. So side to side, side to side. Yeah, so side to side, you roll your head. So keep rolling your head from side to side, and you find that loosening up your neck area. The other thing we did was hamstring stretch. So you had to do your hamstring stretch where you extend one leg. Extend one leg before you. So you're extending the leg before you, and you can do that. I think we did that sitting down as well. So you did that, and you extend your leg with heel on the ground. Some people did it sitting down, some people did it standing up. So it all depends on, again, mobility. So you did it with one heel on the ground, and you lean forward lightly to stretch the hamstring. So you really want to stretch the hamstring so you could feel that gentle pull. So hold each stretch for 15 to 20 seconds. Focusing on, again, your deep breathing and relaxing into a stretch. So you want to focus on your deep breathing and relaxing into a stretch. And then you had your mindfulness and reflection. So, you had so as we conclude that, you want to take a moment to reflect on how these exercises made us feel. So we had to reflect on how did we feel doing those exercises. And then we had to discuss it. So each step forward, each step that you took is a victory on our journey to reclaiming your strength and your power. So if you're listening to me out there, you can do this at home. You can take that. You can join an exercise class, because the whole purpose of what I'm doing is to share a light on things that you can be doing to really help yourself to recover your strength and your fitness and your well-being. Yes, so that's a really great thing that we can be doing, and that will really help us as we go forward in that, because by doing that, we are going to be helping to build ourselves. Thank you, Caroline. I'm sorry, I thought I did, but I'll send them to you. Don't you worry. Thank you for letting me know. So, so as we said, just look at your exercise. I know sometimes it can be painful, but it's always important to take a moment and do something, no matter how small it is. Just do something that will increase your mobility, and it will help to strengthen you and help you to take your power back. It is simply important. At this juncture, I'd just like to say that one of the things that I do in my therapy, as you will see behind me here, this is my treatment couch. And when a client comes for treatment, I tend to go through with them their routine, how they're going to be doing their breathing during their treatment. So it's important that you do breathing during your therapy, because that helps you to relax. And as I said, it brings oxygen to the muscles. So it makes the job easy. It makes what I do easy, and it makes it easy for you to be more comfortable and to really enjoy the treatment, and to feel your muscles relaxing. Because when you have lactic acid buildup and you have tension in your muscle, it aches. So initially you will find that the treatment ache, because we're getting rid of the nodules and the knots and the lumps and everything like that. So then you can find that that makes it easy. Okay, so I just want to say, as well, I do have a program called the Unstoppable Resilience, 3 powerful practices to take your power back. See how all of that line together. So taking your power back is something that is essential. It is essential. It is vital that you are able to stand in your power, that you are able to voice, you're able to voice. And that's why I love this program when I did it, because I am able to do it at my pace, not at anybody else's pace, but at my pace. And so was everyone else in the group. They were encouraged to do it at their own pace. And that was what's so lovely about that. So, in closing, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for allowing me to come into your presence. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk to you about this, to inspire you with these exercises, and that will continue to nurture your body, mind, and spirit. Now, if you have any questions, I would ask you to put it in the comments. You can put it in the comments, or if you want to have any further guidance, you can message me on WhatsApp. You can send me an email. If you go on my website, you will find every link there for my social media, and you would also find a form where you can book a consultation with me. So I do complimentary consultation. It's not something you have to pay for. It is free. So I just look forward to seeing you. As I said, if you have any questions or you need any further guidance, please, please, please don't hesitate to reach out, because we need each other. Remember to stay strong, stay resilient, because it's all about building resilience, and to take care of yourself. It's important that you take care of yourself. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I want to say have a wonderful evening, and be good to yourself, be kind to yourself, be loving to yourself. God bless. See you soon. Take care. Bye bye.